guys, and welcome. We have an exciting video, as you've seen from the title. We're going to be running through our top 10 movies of all time.
So this has been very hard on us. We've
very difficult.
Had a lot of thought, and it's just a lot of frustration. It's really hard to decide what your top 10 is, and even to narrow it down. And even to put it in order. So we gave it our best. And so this is what we're going to stick with. So we're going to start with our top 5 honourable mentions.
Oh yeah, not even top 5, just 5 honourable mentions that we think could have made our list but didn't quite make it. Tommy, let's go for it.
Okay, so my first one would be the Fast and Furious franchise as a whole.
Okay.
Obviously, there's not one film that I can pick out and say is good, and well, they're not all like outstanding as a film, but together I really enjoy them.
Franchise.
Great franchise. Another one is Hangover.
Yeah.
It's one of my favourite comedy films. It's one I could just watch over and over and over again. I love it. I love the music, just everything about it. Story's great. But just not good enough to be in the top ones. My next one is Arrival.
Okay.
Came out last year.
Right.
Probably my top film of last year. I just loved it. Came out of the film afterwards, and just 10 minutes I just was not talking. Just my mind was just blown, and I was just thinking over and over it. Another one is Deadpool.
Okay.
What I love about this one was the way it was a 15, and the first Marvel film to make it 15, just like the gore and the comedy aspect and everything about it. They finally gave the fans the Deadpool they wanted, instead of X-Men Wolverine Origins stupid one, which is still played by Ryan Reynolds. But yeah, that Deadpool was so good, and I loved it. And my last one, honourable mention, is Lord of the Rings Return of the King. Just the third one of the Lord of the Rings instalment. I just loved it, the way it was shot, just everything about that film was just wow. So that's my top 5. Jack?
Okay, my 5 honourable mentions. Number 1. Oh, shadow right over my face. Nice one, Jack. Number 1, The Blind Side. Great film. Absolutely love it. Very touching, and had me in tears the first time I saw it. Definitely up there with my favourite films ever. Next one goes to Interstellar, 2014 film, I believe.
Yep.
And it was fantastic. Mind blown when I watched that film. I came out of cinema thinking like deep thoughts. I was like, oh my word, what even is this universe? It was amazing. Really made me question a lot. And
Christopher Nolan did a good job on that.
Yeah, a fantastic film. Another honourable mention: Civil War. Captain America's Civil War, last year's film, absolutely fantastic. So epic. I love the dynamic of Team Cap and Team Iron Man. That the build up to the film was so much like they had the fans divided, and then how they brought it together. It was just a really well done film.
It's a good film.
Spider-Man, Tom Holland's Spider-Man, awesome. So excited for Homecoming because of that. I finally feel like we've got a good Spider-Man. Tobey Maguire was okay, but anyway. Monsters Inc. Is another honourable mention for me. It was such a fantastic childhood film. I love the story. Monsters University as well. Just the whole.
That was good.
I just love it all. I love the characters, and for me, they have a special place in my heart. And my final honourable mention goes to Lord of the Rings: The Fellowship of the Ring this time. I like Lord of the Rings. This one was for me the best, but Lord of the Rings isn't good enough to get on my top 10. That is my opinion. Good films though, and they got an honourable mention, so be happy with that. So we're going to go through Tommy's top 10 to 6. So 10 through 6, then we'll go to me to do 10 through 6. We'll go back to Tommy for 5 through 2, and then me 5 through 2, and then we do 1 and 1. Okay?
Alright,
so top 10.
Kick it off.
Yeah.
Number 10, which is not a surprise, but it's La La Land. This film, was just the story is good. But it's not what made the film for me. What made the film for me is the way it was made and filmed. And wow, this film
was the actor's performance. I mean,
Ryan Gosling and Emma Stone. Wow, but the way it was filmed just blew me away. The first time watching it, I was just sitting there like, just mouth wide open. It's just incredible. Just the way it was shot. Wow, what an incredible film.
Number 9.
Number 9 is Gone Girl.
Oh.
So this is one of David Fincher's good films. I really liked this film. What really got it for me was the twist in this. I love a good film with a twist. Rosamund Pike was great in this. Ben Affleck was great in it. Just like, wow, just that they got into the twist, and then you're like, your mind is blown, and then how they keep carrying it on. They they just carry on for the whole film, and both their performances were incredible, and I loved it. Definitely in my top 10.
Okay.
My number 8 was not surprised because it's one of Tarantino's classics, and it is Django Unchained.
Okay.
This film,
good film,
is a great film. Just everything about it, the way it was filmed, all the acting in it, whether it's Jamie Foxx, Christopher Waltz, Samuel Jackson, Leo DiCaprio. Wow, just all of them put together. Was great. That was a great film. The story of that was just unbelievable. Nice. I loved it so much. Definitely one of Tarantino's best films. All of them are good.
Yeah.
So
number 7.
Number 7 is again not a surprise to you. I'm not surprised if it's anyone anyone's favourite film, and it is Wolf of Wall Street.
Okay.
One of Scorsese's great films. Just Leo DiCaprio should have won the Oscar for this film. He was outstanding in this. Just everything about this film, the story, just the way it flowed together, just everything about it was just unbelievable. I loved it so much. Just maybe it's a bit long, but it's just so good. Just it's so funny, so great.
Yep.
Great film.
I understand.
Great film.
I understand the choice.
Number 6 is going to go again for Martin Scorsese, and that is going to be Shutter Island.
Fan of the
Scorsese. So Leo DiCaprio again, just so good in this. Like, he definitely got his character in with this. Wow, just with this film was just the twist in this just really blew me away. Just watching this whole film, and then it just drops on you at the end, and you just think about it like, wow, you need to see it twice. Like, just to think about it and just watch how they did it, just how it's all put together was just unbelievable. Just Mark Ruffalo was great in this as well, and just everything about this film was unbelievable. So that's my 10 to 6. Now we're going to go to Jack. What's your 10 to 6?
Okay. Number 10. It's a dumb film. Dumb and Dumber. Oh, I could just laugh all day, just even think about this film. The first time I watched this film, I got something that's very rare for me with movies, and especially comedy movies. I was crying with laughter in this film. Stitches in my belly, absolutely cracking up, and even just thinking about this film, I'm laughing. It is such a fantastic movie. Jeff Daniels and Jim Carrey work together like freaking bread and butter. They are so good. I love this movie. That's my number 10, and there's no arguing in my opinion. It deserves to be on the top 10. Number 9, Avengers Assemble. This goes on to my number 9 on my top 10 list, just because it was so new. It was the first time, really, we saw a collection of superheroes that we all knew and loved from their own films come together and work as a team, and it was awesome. So cool
that was
to
so
see it.
good.
So the first time I watched it, I was just in awe. I was like, oh my goodness, there's Captain America, there's Hulk. Like, it was just amazing to see him on the big screen together. They tied everything in so well, and performances all around were great. I love Chris Evans, I love Samuel Jackson, I love everybody.
Robert Downey Jr.
Yeah, all of them are just fantastic.
Great.
Definitely onto the top 9. Top 10 even. Number 8. Taken. Liam Neeson's Taken. Let me make sure everyone knows this. The first Taken, not 2, not 3. I'm even sure there's a Taken 4, but I've stopped watching them. Taken 1. Unbelievable film, so good. I was scared out my skin because of the sense of realism of the film. I loved Liam Neeson's performance. I thought it was so cool, so awesome. The action is some of the best I've ever seen on screen, and I think it definitely deserves to be on my top 10.
But yeah, reasonable.
Number 7. Nope. Yeah, was this number 7? 10, 9, 8, 7. Number 7. A childhood film of mine. Toy Story. So, the Kickstarter of Pixar, which we know has grown to be a worldwide phenomenon. Everybody loves Pixar films. They have a reputation of being great. Why? Because of Toy Story. Toy Story is awesome.
It's definitely started it all off.
So creative, genius, so well done. And not only Toy Story 1, which I think is the best one, Toy Story 2, Toy Story 3, have been unbelievable. It's been a bar like this, and it's stayed like that.
Yeah, it hasn't gone down.
I think Toy Story, but namely Toy Story 1 is my favourite. Okay, number 6.
Number 6.
Final one before we go to Tommy again. The Revenant. I'm going to try to pronounce the director's name. Alejandro Inarritu. I don't know how.
Not a bad shout. Not a bad shout.
Such a great film. As a filmmaker myself, I love making films, and I like being behind the camera. I was stunned. I was continually in awe with how this film was shot. One of the most visually beautiful films ever made, in my opinion. I loved this movie. Leonardo DiCaprio won an Oscar for it. There's a reason for it. He deserved that one. I think this film was revolutionary in how cinema was made.
Yeah.
And I just love it.
Yeah, the scenery,
Absolutely
the way it
love
was filmed was just incredible, and just
absolutely incredible film. Okay, that was our 10 through 6. We're now going to go through our 5 through to 2. Tommy, take it away.
Okay, so my number 5 goes to Donnie Darko.
Donnie Darko.
Wow.
Nice.
What a film this is. This film will drill into your head like no tomorrow. It will just shatter your thoughts. You can watch this the first time, the second time, the third time, and you still won't understand it. This film, it just shouldn't work, but it does, and it is unbelievable. Jake Gyllenhaal, Maggie Gyllenhaal, so good in this. Especially Jake Gyllenhaal, his character was so good in this, and I love it to pieces. Just everything about this film just works, and it is great, and I love watching it over and over again. So that definitely hits my number 5. My number 4 will be a surprise. It's going to go to Fight Club.
Oh, okay. Fight Club.
So what's the first rule of Fight Club?
Don't talk about Fight Club.
What are we doing here? No. So Fight Club, David Fincher did unreal with it. Brad Pitt was so good. Edward Norton as well. Just this film, as I said with Gone Girl, the twist on this was so good. Like with the first time you watch it, I don't know if it hit you, but it just left me in shock, and I was just like, wow. Like, and then if you watch it the second time, you pick it apart and you work out how he does in it. It is so well done, and I love it. Definitely, it's my number 4.
Nice.
Fight Club number 4.
Number 3. Here we
Number
go.
3. This one you're not know. This is one of my favourite films, and it's gonna go to Good Will Hunting.
Okay.
So I don't know if you've seen this, but this film,
I haven't.
The story of this is unbelievable. Ben Affleck and Matt Damon did an unreal job of writing this film, and they deserve the Oscar they both won for this film. The writing of this was just so good. It just works. It's just beautiful. Robbie Williams, whatever his name is, his character in this was so good, and he really breaks. Robin Williams. That's it.
Robbie Williams is in this film. I haven't seen this film.
He really breaks into you, and the way he talks about love, and just like how his character is so good in this. And Matt Damon as well was so good in his character was unbelievable, and his acting in this was unbelievable. And it just shows what a real teenage boy is like in America, and it is so good.
Okay.
I love it. Just everything about this film was
good. Number 3.
Beautiful.
Number 2.
Number 2. This one is undeniably an amazing film, and it has to be The Dark Knight. The Dark Knight being the Joker Dark Knight. Heath Ledger. This is probably the best performance any actor will do and will ever do. Just Heath Ledger was unbelievable in this scene. He hit the expectations anyone wanted to see in a film of the Joker. Like it was so.
It's a big role to fill.
Yeah, it was a massive role, and someone like Jared Leto tried to beat it, and it just did not hit the bar. Heath Ledger was unbelievable. And just the story of this, the first 10 minutes of this film is my favourite 10 minutes of every film. Unbelievable, and I love it. Just wow, this film just really grips you, and just so intense, and just brings every Batman fan into one, and it is just so good. So that's my number 2.
Wow, nice list.
Big list.
Okay, here we go. Nice one, Tommy. Number 5 goes to a new film that we saw this year.
Ooh.
Hacksaw Ridge gets my number 5. And this, it wasn't until I really started thinking about what my top 5 would be, and I knew that Hacksaw Ridge had to be on my top 10 list. And it surprised me that it got to this far up, number 5.
It's interesting.
It's a new film, and I've only seen it once, but as far as I'm concerned, it hit me like a ton of bricks.
Yeah.
I had goosebumps the whole way through. It really made me realise how much suffering and pain went through in World War II. I'm not sure if you realise, I wasn't alive during that moment. Yeah. But this film was just so powerful. An inspiring, real story. Andrew Garfield delivered this role in a way that I could never have imagined it. I love the ending of this film. I don't want to talk too much spoilers, but it's based on a true story.
Yeah.
And if you've seen the film, you know what I'm on about. The ending of this film was I want to talk about it, but I can't. It's just fantastic.
Mel Gibson
and it
did
hit
a really
me,
good job in bringing this film to life, and
it hit me so hard.
Yeah,
really
that's
did,
good.
and
Very good.
it definitely deserves to be on my top 5. Okay, number 4 goes to Star Wars: The Force Awakens. I am a big fanboy.
Sort of see where this is going now.
Let the Star Wars begin. Star Wars: The Force Awakens. This film, and let me just be real here, this film had flaws, as would any as if any director, any company that wanted to make a Star Wars again and start a new franchise, there were going to be flaws. This film was perfect for the job that it had to do. I don't think I've seen anything like that in cinema before. So the accomplishment that J.J. Abrams and Kathleen Kennedy have to their name deserves to be on my top 4. That is number 4.
Very interesting.
Star Wars: The Force Awakens, new characters, original cast, new story, same original feel. So much in this film put together to a perfect mix. Job well done. I'm a Star Wars fan. Seeing it back on the screen after 10 years since Revenge of the Sith, I thought it was awesome, and that's why it goes to number 4.
Number 3.
Number 3 might surprise you a little bit actually, Tommy. Number 3 gets Whiplash.
Whiplash.
Damien Chazelle, Miles Teller, J.K. Simmons, the trio of dreams. Oh my goodness me. This film gave me goosebumps from start to finish. It was so different.
Yeah.
It was so amateur, if that makes sense, in a professional way.
Yeah.
The way it was filmed, the performances, especially from Miles Teller and J.K. Simmons, ruthless, absolutely ruthless. I was scared of him. I'm not even in the film.
Yeah.
Amazing, altogether production. The music is unbelievable. I loved it. It was a real, not real story, but it wasn't like a fantasy. I could really relate to it.
Yeah.
I love some of the quotes from it. I love where the idea of where hard work gets you and being the same, it means nothing, and the risks that Miles Teller took in this acting. I just loved this movie, and that's why it gets my number 3.
Very interesting. Number 2.
Number 2 goes to Star Wars: A New Hope.
Oh, we all know where this is going, don't we?
Star Wars: A New Hope, Episode 4. Just goosebumps even thinking about it. I love cinema, and Star Wars shaped cinema. It was revolutionary.
Maybe.
George Lucas, critique him all you want about the prequels and maybe even about Episode 6. I thought it was great. Episode 4, I love the story behind it. So Star Wars has become so much more than just films now. And you just can't fault the beginning from it. I just love the introduction to the characters. There's not even so much I can talk about. The only thing I can talk about is the special effects. For its time, I wasn't alive in 1977, but for its time, it was revolutionary. It was something that nobody had seen before. It was number 1 in the all-time box office for its time. It was, for me, a fanboy of Star Wars. You can get better, but A New Hope is... you can get better for my number 1, but A New Hope definitely deserves to be on my number 2. I freaking love Star Wars.
Well, before we hit number 1, is there any other honourable mentions coming to it now you want to think and put together?
I can.
Because there's a lot I want to put down.
Okay, I can. My honourable mentions: Star Wars Episode 6, Rogue One, Star Wars Phantom Menace, Attack of the Clones, and Revenge of the Sith. I love Star Wars.
Just a few more I want to throw in.
Actually, no, but from your list, La La Land gets an honourable mention for me. It was a great film. Fight Club does get an honourable mention. I didn't love it as much as everybody else did, but I still very much enjoyed it. There's just a few before we hit the number 1 there. I agree with your list.
There's a lot for me. The Departed, The Hateful Eight.
Hateful Eight, yeah.
Inglourious Bastards, that's it.
Excuse you?
All great films. It's a film name. Again, Whiplash, a great film.
Yeah.
All the Marvel films I love.
Yeah.
They're all splendid.
Yeah. Guardians of the Galaxy.
Guardians of the Galaxy was just unbelievable. When that came out, that surprised everyone.
Some really great films. We are blessed.
So many great films. Just not the Disney films. So like Monsters Inc. Frozen. Who can't love Frozen? Just they're all great, but it's got to come down to a winner.
Here it comes.
So
Tommy, give me your number 1 film of all time.
Drum roll. How can it not be? But Pulp Fiction. Pulp Fiction.
John Travolta.
Wow. Just Tarantino is a genius. Genius. Just this film, just how it all mashed together was unbelievably. The storytelling of this, the acting of this, like John Travolta was so good in this. Samuel Jackson as well was so good. Just
Sam Jackson as well, doesn't it?
Oh my god, this film was so good. Just I loved it. The first time I watched it, I just could not stop thinking about it. Just it is so good. Just the way Tarantino just puts his film together, and it's not in a linear order. It's mashed all over the place, and it just works so well. This film is. I don't know how you haven't seen this, but this film is a masterpiece, and it is got to be the greatest film of all time for me, and I'm sure for many of you as well. So that's my number one. Jack, Spores.
Number one.
Number one.
I always hinted at it with my number two.
We all know
can
what it
get
is.
better. Star Wars Episode 5. Empire Strikes Back. Oh. Okay, let me just talk you through some of this, alright? Hoth.
Who?
No, the planet Hoth. The battle on Hoth.
Yeah.
The trenches, the snow planet. Vader walking through the freaking trenches on Hoth was flipping unbelievable. No, I'm your father. Probably the biggest twist in cinema history, and nobody can argue with that.
Maybe.
Definitely. Let's talk about Cloud City, Han Solo, I love you, I know. All of these amazing Star Wars quotes come from that film. Freaking obviously the cast is well known only because of Star Wars, but seeing them return back, and bear in mind the first time I saw Star Wars I watched it in order, so I do kind of know what it feels. I didn't get to see it in the cinema. I wish I could. If I had 3 wishes, it'd be to see the 3 Star Wars films in the cinema. But Empire Strikes Back goes down for me as the all-time classic, best film of all time, in my opinion. It is my absolute utter favourite. If you haven't got it, Star Wars is my all-time favourite films, but out of all the Star Wars, Episode 5 gets my number 1 vote.
Wow, what an unbelievable selection of films. Just
your list was epic. I'm happy with my list.
They're all some outstanding films put in there. See, we have our own opinions on some of them.
Yeah,
but just
this guy doesn't even like Star Wars. But anyway, guys, thank you so much for watching. Let us know what your top 10 films are.
Yeah,
I'd love to know, and let us know if you have any preference for our next top 10.
Maybe
video.
we can do top 10 series.
Who knows? Let us know down below. Don't forget to subscribe. Thank you for watching, guys.
And we shall see you on the next one.
See you later, guys.